I have a hypothetical question. Let's say you had 3.5 million pesos to spend on a vehicle. What would you buy? Would you buy a sports car like the Nissan 370Z? Would you buy a luxury SUV like the Nissan Patrol? Would you buy a luxury car like the BMW 3 Series? At this price, you have a lot of options. With all those options, would you consider buying a van? This right here is the Toyota Alphard. It's a 3.5 million peso luxury van from Toyota. Is it worth your money? Let's find out.
We in the Philippines are familiar with one generation of the Alphard, and it's this one. But this was released in the Philippines back in 2016. But the first gen Alphard was actually launched in Japan all the way back in 2002. It was a hybrid, which was pretty impressive for a vehicle launched in 2002. We didn't get that model though. The second gen was released in 2008, and it was actually sold in the Philippines. I've never seen one in person though, so I'm guessing that it wasn't so popular. This current gen Alphard though is everywhere in the Philippines. What we now know as the current gen is the third generation, and it's now the most desirable van in the Philippines. So in this video, we'll do a walk around of the Alphard. We'll check out the exterior, we'll check out the interior, and we'll try to answer the question, why is it so expensive?
Toyota is a brand that's known for reliability. It's not usually a brand that you associate with luxury, but this is not your regular Toyota. And to remind you of that, you don't even get the Toyota logo here at the front. Instead, you get the Alphard logo. And this is exclusive to the Alphard. You won't find that in any other Toyota. So here at the front, you have this massive grille. It looks like it has fangs on it. All the lights are LEDs. You don't usually describe a van as intimidating, but I think that's exactly what this looks like. You've probably seen floating roof designs on SUVs and crossovers, but it's usually just the D pillar that's blacked out. On the Alphard, it's the D, the C, and also the B pillar has this cut right here. So it looks like the roof is actually floating. It's only connected at the A pillar.
Like most minivans, the Toyota Alphard is basically an elongated box on wheels. But Toyota added enough touches here to mask the boxiness of the Alphard. The soft lines on the sides and the flowing window line give it a pretty fluidic look. The sharply angled windshield makes it look aerodynamic. It may look like a box, but it's a pretty stylish box.
Okay, so one quirk of the Alphard is that to open the tailgate, you'll have to do it manually. And it does take a bit of force. Opening the tailgate will have to be done manually, but closing it, you can actually just press this button. So it's manual open and automatic close. So here at the back you have this much cargo space. To fold the third row seats, it's similar to the Fortuner. Do this first. Then you lift this up. So the Alphard has a power sliding door. And you have doors on both sides.
The Alphard is powered by a 3.5-liter V6 coupled to a 6-speed automatic. It produces a very impressive 292 horsepower and 361 Newton meters of torque. It can do 0 to 100 kph in 8.3 seconds, and its top speed is 165 kph.
So the cockpit of the Alphard looks premium enough for the most part. You get the illusion that you have plenty of high quality materials, like you have simulated wood. This looks like aluminum. It could be real aluminum. It's a bit cold. You have these piano black accents here, but if you look closely, it actually looks like it's metallic. You have some what do you call this? You have some metallic flakes on it. So this is soft padded. This is leather wrapped. This is soft padded. This is leather wrapped. Leather wrapped. You have wood, aluminum. So the seats are leather wrapped, of course, and they're also ventilated. They have a cooling and heating function. And also, unlike most vehicles, the passenger seat has more adjustments, which I'll show you later. So you have a leather wrapped steering wheel. You have a wood accent at the top and also at the bottom. You have day departure warning, collision alert. You have cruise control over here. You have an electronic parking brake without a hold. This is your automatic on and off function. You have tri-zone climate control. You have 2 zones at the front and 1 at the back. So over here you have a 12-volt outlet and some storage over here. Now curiously, I haven't seen a single USB port. I'm sure there is at least one, but I can't find it. Let me know in the comments if there are any. So over here you get some buttons. You can open or close the doors using these buttons over here. You can also open the tailgate. So up here you have a sunroof, but this one is manually operated. You also have another sunroof at the back, which is power operated. So everything looks nice except for the infotainment screen. This is a 7-inch screen, which is similar to what you find on the Innova. Also, it may seem like it doesn't have a reverse camera. Like when I do this, nothing happens. But the reverse camera is actually up here. So you can toggle between the rear cameras, and also you can use it as a regular mirror by flicking this switch over here. You get this interesting armrest. It's leather wrapped, it's padded, but also you can do this. You can open it both ways. You can't open it this way though. So it's a nice looking cockpit, but you don't really buy an Alphard to drive it. You buy it to be driven in. So let's check out the back seat. Okay, so you have multiple adjustments for the front passenger seat. So you can move it forward and back. You can recline it, but you can also do this. Now that's something that you don't usually see in most cars. So let's check out the back seat. This is the VIP section in the vehicle. So at the second row you get these luxurious ottomans. They're covered in leather. They're perforated. They're also ventilated. So your controls are over here. You can recline it. You can also move the footrest up and down. It has a ventilation function over here. To move it forward and back though, you'll have to do it manually through this lever over here. So let's try sitting. Okay, so I'm now at the second row, and this is why you buy an Alphard. So check out the legroom. I'm 5'8" and I can't reach the front seat. By the way, you can move the seat forward if you need more space. And there you go. Let's try that again. Yeah. Okay, now I can't reach the front seat with my feet, even if I tiptoe like that. Yeah, so if the Kia Carnival and the Honda Odyssey are business class, this I would call first class. You get power adjustments for everything, except for moving the seat forward. So over here you have one cup holder. You have two more over here, and another two over here. And over here you have a tray for your food. So you have aircon controls over there. Like I said, it has tri-zone climate control. You have one zone here at the back. It actually has two sunroofs. This is power operated. The one at the front is manually operated. Your aircon vents are over here. You have reading lights. You have reading lights over here. How do you turn this on though? Okay, so my only complaint here is that I wish the forward and back function is also automatic, because having to push the seat manually is a bit of a hassle. Like if I have to do this. Yeah. So you get these curtains for blocking off the sun. This window can be opened. It's power operated. It doesn't go all the way down though. Over here you have wood, you have aluminum, you have some storage over there, and also over here. But curiously, I still don't see any USB ports. So let's check out the third row seats. Okay, so let's try getting in the second row, or the third row rather. Okay, so the third row seats can be reclined. Over here you have two cup holders. Okay, so headroom at the third row is pretty good. I have about, I'm guessing that's 3 or 4 inches of headroom. As for the legroom, you can adjust the second row seat, so you can have as much legroom as this if you want to.
So why is the Alphard so expensive? Because it's not just a luxury minivan, it is the luxury minivan here in the Philippines. If you're looking for the most luxurious 7-seater minivan, regardless of the brand, this is the one to buy. By the way, let's go back to my hypothetical question. What would you buy if you had 3.5 million pesos to spend on a vehicle? It has to be a vehicle, you can't keep the money. Type your answer in the comments below. I'm interested to know what your answers are.